Welcome to Active Trader Setups Trading Setup Series, part of our Trading and Training Series Chart and Indicator Setups from Active Trader Setups Trading and Charting Package. This video is brought to you by Active Trader Setups Trading Package, a day trader setups company, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're here and go over to daytradersetups.com. You can find out more about our package under our features area, our registration area, as well as our education and training. We have a YouTube channel page that has links to various videos as well. And then you can go over to our members site. It's called tradermembers.com. Go to the products page, and we have a full listing of reference materials for our traders to access, but this page is open to the public. It goes over each of the charts and what they have on them, the indicators, the indications, how to scan for those, and so forth. Welcome to today's video. First thing I want to remind you of what our charting package is all about. Our charting package is all about you learning to find your own trades. Any symbol list you want to scan, our charts work on whatever you want to scan. Now, there are obviously better charts or symbols to trade on certain days than others, and some that don't move a lot for day trading. It can be used for swing trading. Any symbol list you choose to trade. This is about you developing your trading plan around our chart patterns. This is AAP, so first stock we're going to take a look at. Now this morning, y'all know one of my favorite trades is pulling back into this flat yellow line right here. This is from yesterday. I like this trade setup, and this was kind of an opposite setup. It didn't go all the way up to the line, but the cloud had twisted over here by the time this was going on. This is where that blue crossed the yellow, so that's where that blue crossed the yellow. So we're well into this downtrend setting up by this indicator on the right hand side. At the time, your chart would be right here. Before the bounce, you can see you're already in that twist. First little setup I want to show is up here at the top. Now, you'd have had to stay with this and watch it. Sometimes we get focused in on a stock, and you're trying to decide if it's going to continue up and break out of yesterday's high or if it's going to roll over. And you'd have to stay with this a while. You finally decide, okay, I'm interested. You wouldn't go short to about right here. And it wouldn't have made a lot of money because you'd have went out to here and probably been about 75 cents. But if you'd have waited for the stop out, you'd have made about 40 cents on that. The trade I want to really show you is this little flag pattern you end up developing here. It holds this inflection point. We're working off our daily inflections now, so all these lines are on the chart at the beginning of the day, and they stay there all day. They don't change. They're not drawn during the day. They're pre-plotted before the market opens. Just like yesterday when this bounced off down here, these lines were already on the chart. I can slide back and show you there they were at the time. Now that this one will change to a different drawing because it changes days as it goes forward. You'll see it shift in the pattern. The line never changes. It'll be there for 10 days. It'll eventually be orange. But this little flag pattern right here is something I like. We already got the cloud set up. It's setting up for a reversal. And then you come back in at the low of this candle, which is what creates the next bar. As this bar opens, that happens right there. Now, if you're using our bar chart trader, it's programmed. You can take this flag pattern as it's setting up. You can press the bar chart trader. I want a short trail. It'll put your order right there. Or you can use our bar chart trader to simulate on our charting package. If you don't have a licensed copy of NinjaTrader, it's free to use. And you got to have data feed with tick data to run our charts. But other than that, you don't actually have to pay Ninja for the licensed version to trade. You can just use it to get your trade setups and then manually trade on your platform. and this gave a nice sell-off there. That would be from an entry of around 153.23. If you sold into this inflection point already on the chart, it was there all day. You see it right here. You took out yesterday's low. You went out and made a new low, 151.77. Great target plan. And you got in here at 153.21. That's about $1.50. And that makes me get my friend on the phone when we make those kind of trades. And what's my friend's name? Y'all send him on Twitter. His name is Maxwell, and we love to say we after a big trade. That's always my funny joke is let's get Maxwell on the phone. Next trade I want to show you is this continued on down. Flag patterned here and it went out a little bit lower. Now you're sitting there wondering, well, I wonder if this is going to bounce or what it's going to do. We're going to get to share another chart with you. It went out double bottomed, went a little bit lower low of about 60 cents. This is our bigger cloud that runs off our algo charts, and this is two of them combined together. We take our VL and our VLST chart, we put them together and make you, I key off these yellow lines when they're flat. I don't care if it's where it was flat here or where it was flat back here. I'm interested in those lines. Those are key inflection points. And this little chart I was showing you takes two of our cloud charts, the VL and the VLST, and combines them into one and only references the levels. Now those two charts actually will share. This yellow dotted line and the pink line will be the same on both those charts. Same exact value. And you'll see these other lines as this came down and did this little pattern that we were looking at earlier right here. Right here, when this pattern was going on, it was testing one of these yellow dotted lines at the time on the bigger cloud, the more important cloud, and this little bounce back into that flat spot on that cloud, and then it rejected. These are our key level markers, is what these red and green arrows are. They're pointing out as you come into these areas. They don't mean it's a reversal. It means you've now traded into an area that's a known inflection point. Other than our inflection plots, this is our cloud inflections. So as this traded down, there you are. It's marking it. You're here now. What's going to happen? It gave a blue diamond reversal off this area. All the blue diamond reversal is the mark of this bar after it takes place. The inflection point is where you start looking to see if it will. So you got a good, strong inflection point here. All the way down here is where this was. It went a little below that. That level is actually 151. I have to look in the box over here to get it to the penny. This is 151.48. The actual low here was 151.27, and you can see it went below it. Came up, made a reversal. If you took the reversal candle, if you used our bar chart trader to tell you where the entry would be, it's always two red bars back a few cents above that line, so it's going to be right here, 151.87. Takes you all the way back up to the top of the cloud by the end of the day, which was another inflection point on this chart. So that's AAP. So you can get zoned in on one chart and find multiple trades, and you can have one chart become your ATM for the day. That was $1 and some change there. This one gives you another $1.25 there. It's $2.50. If you're just trading 100 shares, you're not running much risk. That's $250 you make off this one chart. Instead of trading 500 shares, 1,000 shares, risking 15 or 20 cents, that can be a $200 loss on one stock. Don't dig yourself a trap. Learn to trade bigger stocks, but if you want to trade smaller ones, you can do that, of course. It's your money. But this is a way to understand how to trade bigger charts, lower share size, keep consistent in what you're trading, whatever you do in your share size, so that when you have a big winner, you don't have something else that you got into with a too big a share size that wiped you out for the day, and then you had to grind your way back out. Next chart we're going to look at is PVH. PVH was not a real complicated trade setup. This is where you were early in the morning. By 9:35, it chopped around here, held this inflection point. 89.13 was our area. That's our most recent inflection point. Is always the fatter white line, then the second most recent, third most recent. Held there nicely. You can take this trade. It's not a monster by the end of the day, but it gives you $1, and it's nice and clean. Nice move up, controlled management on your trailing stop. No big issue. This is a chart of workday. We're going to take a look at this more for a teaching of what to patterns, what you can expect. This is a stock that generally has more volatility as it works its way up, and this is just a real common pattern on the cloud to come in. Part of the learning about the cloud is when you're in the cloud, that's your resistance area. So as you work into this cloud, it's not uncommon to get to the top edge, pull back. It's not a hard flat line like we look for support. At this point, it's still falling, and it's not uncommon to get this little flag pattern here. And I'm going to move that circle where we can see a little better. And you get the flag pattern, and then it breaks back out and gives a run. The actual low of this particular candle was 216.92. The yellow dotted line is going to tell you the value of this cloud level over here that was already present. It was already actually doing this little dip right here. So that's another thing, is when you're right here, you've already had the crossover. The blues crossing the yellow. That's what's happening right here as you're sitting right here. So this is telling you it wants to get long biased. So you see that happening right below you as this bar is forming. It just happened. This is your level of this flat spot in the cloud. And we look over here in our box. That's our span B line. And the value of that is 216.99. The low of this candle was 216.92. That's 7 cents on a $217 chart. You can take this entry early. You can wait on the trigger up here. Get out of the cloud. That's the recommended thing to do. And then if you give this thing a little more room, and you can just do a quick scalp, but if you want to try to stay in it, when you're holding the blue line, that's the cloud level out to your right. And this white line is called the baseline. It's very much involved in creating this cloud over here and serves great as a support area many times. And the low right there was 217.82. The line was 217.80. So you can use these areas. You can see this one actually pierced the line with a low of 31 against 37. Also, part of learning the cloud is this is your lag line. They teach that when the lag line has cleared the candles back here, that's opening for more momentum. Now, when this cleared those candles was when this was still falling. You see the low spot in the blue. So when it cleared, it was actually way up here. So that's just basically your candles have your actual candles you have here have actually cleared this area. So you're breaking that area. This little dip right here is actually this little dip right here. Just a little piece to be able to pick up and learn right there. And when the lag line actually finally clears all of these resistance areas, you had this consolidation going back and forth here as this lag line was trying to get through that cloud. Once it got through, it gave a big opening up, and it ran for what, another, from right here is 218 roughly all the way to 220. Another $2 move there. We got one more symbol for today. Last stock we're going to look at today is FedEx. Remember, these videos have two purposes. One is to teach our clients to recognize patterns, and build their confidence in what their trading plan they're building. And it's also for you as a guest to start learning about our charts so that when you become a client, you already have the education behind you and you're ready to get started. A lot of guys will say, yeah, I watch the videos, and we have some other training videos we've been doing with our clients, and the more they watch, the more they learn. Now that we've completely released this package to new clients, we just did that about 2 weeks ago, finished up all the indicators and debugging and testing and trading with our clients we had current. We didn't take a new client from actually December, had planned to start taking in March, and didn't finish the final product here until the first week of June. So we've gone quite a long time without taking on new clients because we wanted this totally finished and ready to be released. And so now we're starting to put out more new videos. Our guys have been working with these clouds for several months, back all the way before the end of December of last year. And then the inflections are something we just released with our bar chart trader and our new all-wick bars. We've been trading with the bars since February, but we built this bar chart trader around the bars, and that actually ended up taking 3 months to develop the bar chart trader. The trade setup is actually right here late in the day, right after lunchtime. We had this come into a perfect inflection point. It had sold off from the cloud down. You're always expecting some bounces along the way. Sometimes they just go back and retrace the cloud line and reverse again for a bigger sell-off. But this was trading into one of our inflection points, been on the chart for 2 days, went right down just below, came back and did our doji reversal candle, and we would have triggered an alert right here. If you're using the bar chart trader, you put the order on the chart, it'll place it right here, right above the 2 red bars back, or you can just read the chart. Say, okay, if it reverses right here, I want to be in this trade. If it continues on down, I may want to take it if it reverses here. If it continues on down to here, I need to rethink my story. But you can start looking for a reversal here. If it continues down, you're actually using our bar chart trader, it will continue to trail the candles as they go down, and when and if a reversal takes place, put you in the trade. It's always, if you're not trading direct to your platform, as it's working its way down, it's constantly updating that reversal buy order, and you can see it right on your chart, and it shows you the price, and it puts a green line for a long, a red line if you're trailing a short. You always know where your entry price is going to be to the penny. This was another nice trade though. 167.29 went up here and peaked out at 169. That's $1.75. Even if you let it trail you out, you're not going to stop out to right here at 168.70. You'd have been in at 160, $1.50 trade right there. So keep watching our videos. Go over to activetradersetups.com. Check out the information we have on the website. You can also go to tradermembers.com. That's our website for our members, where we have tutorials on each chart template, and you're welcome to go to the products page there and view those tutorials and see more about some of the other charts we have, and then visit our registration page and find out more about what we're doing over at activetradersetups.com, where you can find your own trade and put a little we in your day. Thanks for watching. Again, this is the trading and training series where we look at our chart and indicator setups. Active Trader Setups trading package at Day Trader Setups Company, home of the ATS Bar Chart Trader, ATS Inflection Points. We also have futures, VPOC scanners, and VPOC charts. Thanks for watching our video. Plan to watch these videos on a regular basis and subscribe to our channel while you're here, and you'll be notified every time we put out a new video. Thanks again.